Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Cody Langero, and I am a core care coordinator at the Sierra Nevada VA. Today, I'm here to speak to you about care coordination and why it's an essential piece of healthcare. As nurses, we play a vital role in coordinating the care of our patients. We spend more time with the patient and patient's family than anybody else on the healthcare team. It is our responsibility to listen to our patients and advocate for their medical needs. Let's start by discussing what care coordination is. Care coordination. For optimal care coordination, a proper multidisciplinary approach is crucial. With most patients suffering from multiple comorbidities, it is vital to have each specialty represented in patient care. An article in the Healthcare Management Review Journal states the United States healthcare system is fragmented, resulting in inadequate and costly care. Care coordination is a popular integration method that helps patients transfer between care settings and ensures that their particular treatment requirements are satisfied. This requires working with patients to establish strategies that are tailored to their needs, as well as interacting with community partners. Care coordinators are usually nurses or social workers with a lot of expertise. Community partners may work for the same organization as the care coordinators, but they are more likely to work for outside groups such as other healthcare providers, community organizations, home health care, and health insurance companies. Power differentials connected to professional position and resource control are inherent in the mix of individuals involved in care coordination. Gaffrey et al., 2018. An article in BMC Family Practice Journal states, quote, the World Health Organization indicates that collaborative practice by multiple healthcare workers strengthens health systems, patient satisfaction, acceptance of care, and improves patient outcomes. End quote. Mulvale et al., 2016, paragraph 1. This medium is why the care coordinator must hold multidisciplinary meetings for patients who require multiple specialties. A 2020 article in the MD-PI journal states that the use of narrative medicine and interdisciplinary collaboration encourages each participant to actively accept responsibility for working together to achieve the desired outcome. It can also assist students and professionals in reading illness narratives from a variety of perspectives, enhancing interpersonal relationships and understanding between physicians, patients' relatives, and other healthcare workers. As a result, when making clinical healthcare decisions, healthcare professionals can be more reflective and empathetic with patients or other healthcare professionals suffering and predicaments, forming a bond with them and assisting them in making decisions that are in the best interests of their patients. Furthermore, group members can share knowledge, comprehend each other's work responsibilities, and build more humanizing healthcare through interdisciplinary collaboration and discussion from many perspectives. Lau and Wang, 2020. This type of collaboration benefits not only the patient, but also the healthcare team. It allows the healthcare team to see the challenges the group faces as a whole. Collaboration with patients and their families. As a nurse providing direct patient care, we are in a unique position. We spend more time with the patient and their family than anybody else. This medium allows us to get to know the patient and their family at a different level. By providing excellent care, we build a rapport. By advocating for our patients, we earn their trust. A 2020 article in the Journal of Healthcare Management Review states that, quote, in addition to each actor's satisfaction with relational coordination, the alignment of perceptions between those who are thereby managing interdependence may also matter. Care coordinators must quickly develop enough rapport with patients to gain access to private information and then act as an agent on their behalf. Care coordinator alignment with patients in their perceptions of their interactions may help them to represent patients more effectively because they better understand each other's goals and roles. Similarly, when care coordinators and their community partners have more congruent views of their interactions, they may be better able to manage complex interdependencies on behalf of the patients they both seek to serve. End quote. Gaffrey et al., 2018, paragraph 3. It is vital to include family members in our teachings. The family then feels like an active participant in the care of their loved ones. This medium leads to enhanced accountability of the patient and family. Utilizing a patient's family also gives us another way to communicate with the patient. The family knows the patient best and can tell us how the patient learns. For example, suppose our patient's wife tells us the patient needs a demonstration of how to transfer from his chair to the bed using his walker. In that case, we can then convey the information to physical therapy, who is the expert in that subject matter. Patient-centered care and change management. As nurses, it is our responsibility to be flexible and adapt to change. Healthcare is an ever-evolving profession that requires constant thinking outside of the box. It is vital to view each patient as an individual to meet their specific needs best. A 2018 article in the Health Expectations Journal states, quote, "Patient-centered care, PCC, is growing in prominence. Balint first described PCC as understanding the patient as a unique human being. During the 20th century, PCC became a focus of healthcare systems with its promise to increase patient satisfaction and improve outcomes. A growing body of evidence has linked PCC practices with improvements in a variety of health conditions, increased adherence, decreased healthcare utilization, better ratings of care, and improved quality of care. By 2001, the Institute of Medicine defined PCC as a key aspect of high-quality care. PCC is now ubiquitous internationally and extends beyond the provision of healthcare into medical education, law, and quality and improvement." End quote. Fix et al. 2017, paragraph 1. Care coordination and patient-centered care go hand in hand. By focusing on the patient as an individual, we can see that what other services they will need. For example, suppose when we care for our heart failure patient, we see they have a lot of anxiety about their disease. We can refer them to a mental health professional that can help them deal with their stress. By focusing on patient-centered care, we may identify issues that a patient or family can benefit from by changing how they approach the problem. As an organization, we identified a problem with falls in our post-op orthopedic patients. We used Lewin's change theory to combat that issue. A 2018 article in the Journal of Innovation and Knowledge states, "Lewin's change theory is a three-step process that entails unfreezing, change, and refreezing. In the unfreeze stage, we recognize the need for change and pair that with readiness to change. Change, the second step, is where the new processes take place. The third step, refreezing, is where changes have been made and the data continues to be gathered to ensure the process will be successful." Hussein et al., 2018. In our unfreeze step, we identified the nurses were doing most of the teaching on patient transfers. Our nurses were busy with care and were not the experts in this subject matter. In the change stage, we used a multidisciplinary approach. We had PT spend more time with post-op patients working on transfers. We also changed the order set for these patients to ensure proper training was taking place. Our refreeze stage consisted of gathering data to see if our number of falls decreased. After 6 months, our falls had decreased by 17%. Throughout this process, we took a patient-centered approach to ensure we addressed each patient's specific needs. The multidisciplinary team participated in discharge planning to ensure there were no gaps in care. Ethics and care coordination. As nurses, it is imperative we follow the Code of Ethics. A 2017 article in the Journal of Emergency Nursing, they state, quote, "Integral to any discipline is its ethical foundation for practice. The American Nurses Association, ANA, describes the Nursing Code of Ethics as the non-negotiable ethical standard of the nursing profession, serving as an expression of nursing commitment to society." End quote. Gurney et al., 2017, paragraph 1. Provision 2 of the Code of Ethics states that the nurse's primary commitment is to the patient, whether an individual, family, group, community, or population. End quote. Gurney et al., 2017, paragraph 7. A vital piece of this provision is collaboration and the importance of interprofessional teamwork. Every nurse should engage hospital leaders, colleagues, and if needed, an ethics committee to provide the best delivery of care. HIPAA is an essential piece of providing ethical care. It is crucial to protect our patients' confidential information. Provision 3 of the Nursing Code of Ethics states that, quote, "The nurse promotes, advocates for, and protects the rights, health, and safety of the patient." End quote. Gurney et al., 2017, paragraph 9. Federal law protects the patient's right to privacy and confidentiality of PHI. We need to be mindful of where we are having our conversations with colleagues relating to a patient's care. As vital as HIPAA is to protect patients, it can also present obstacles to providing the best care coordination. A 2018 article by Charles Kells states that, quote, "There's little doubt that counterproductive HIPAA myths can impede communication and compromise care when healthcare organizations adopt a culture of silence. Denying information to treat clinicians and refusing to speak with loved ones involved in a patient's care are neither conducive to optimal treatment or reflective of actual HIPAA requirements. These errant practices typically emanate from draconian institutional policies, inadequate staff training, or knee-jerk confusion." End quote. Kells and Kells, 2018, paragraph 1. This medium is why it is essential to understand the rules of HIPAA. It is still vital to advocate for our patients by sharing pertinent information to optimize their care coordination. Care coordination and healthcare policy involvement. Healthcare policies are in place to help protect patients and organizations. One of those policies is the Affordable Care Act. Quote, implemented in 2014, the Affordable Care Act, ACA, aimed to reshape the U.S. healthcare system with the goal of making healthcare coverage more accessible to low-income individuals through key provisions on Medicaid eligibility expansions, subsidies, healthcare exchanges, greater consumer protections, and individual and employer mandates. End quote. Ye and Rodriguez, 2021, paragraph 1. Giving more people access to healthcare coverage is a needed change. Still, many people aren't aware of how to obtain that coverage. Most patients we see have multiple comorbidities. This medium makes it crucial for them to have healthcare coverage so they don't fear the financial implications of getting care. As a care coordinator, it is my responsibility to know what kind of coverage my patient has and what comorbidities are present to get them seen by the correct services. Conclusion. In closing, I hope this presentation was beneficial to your practice. Care coordination is a vital piece of healthcare. Multiple things contribute to providing excellent care coordination. It is essential to always involve the patient and the patient's family in the care plan. As we coordinate care, remember HIPAA laws and advocate for your patient to get the best possible care. If a patient is having trouble obtaining medical insurance, we can send them to a case manager or social worker who can assist them in getting coverage. We must provide the best possible care, and taking an active role in care coordination gives our patients the best chance at health improvement. Thank you for all the critical work you do daily. It's my pleasure to serve alongside you.